Yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the edition of the Eye of Wisdom, where we are focusing on the Nigerian people and what governs their history. In my last video, I talked about the observatory segments, like waiting we don't observe with Nigeria, like within the soul for Nigeria, something like that. And so now we'll move into the problems and solutions segment. Now, this segment is very important because we are going to be looking at one particular problem and then we're going to be looking at solutions to tackle that problem. But the issue now be say some of the problems we think is a problem should not be a problem. And so I was like, I could remember some time ago I went to a barber shop to like do something with my hair. Some group of boys they came and one guy was just a shout on so many things to suffer Nigeria, blah blah blah. And then I asked him a very good question. I said to him, what do you think is the major problem in Nigeria? And then he said, that's what he said. He said insecurity. I said, wow. And then he talked about religion, talked about so many things. And I said to him, yes, insecurity is a problem, but that's not the major problem. And I said to him, that's not the major problem. If we can, I said something in my last video. I said, if we can isolate that mother problem, insecurity will no longer be a problem. Yes, it's not going to be a problem because there's a solution for that problem. And so, but if we can tackle the mother problem, because the mother problem now they give birth to some of these small, small problems, and there's a solution for it. We lack togetherness. And so I now said to him now that I have so many solutions for that problem that you think is a problem. And I said to him, number one, to tackle insecurity, I said to him, number one, like I'm the kind of a person that you see, I don't just want to criticize, and say, oh no, this is not the problem. But what is the solution? And number one, I said to the young man, in order for us to tackle insecurity, we need 24 hours power supply. Everywhere is too dark. You understand? People they use candle in 2026. People can't even afford generator. Even the solar say people can't even afford the solar. So everybody now is not living in darkness. Now, how can you tackle insecurity without 24 hours of power supply? And so this is the number one problem. You see now from insecurity now, I don't jump into power supply. Now imagine if we can have 24 hours power supply. You understand? We can now reduce that what you understand. That idea of what? Insecurity. You might say we get light, but now there's no traffic light. If you go on the street now, traffic light no day, nothing day. And so this is one of the what? The solution to tackle, you know, insecurity. Now, the second solution now is that we need to know who is coming in and who is going out of Nigeria. I was talking to a young man. I said to him, when Nigerians leave their country to other countries, they scrutinize them. If you just enter other countries like that now, immediately they say Nigeria, now they come back, they go scan you, they go get your information. But we need to do all those kind of things. You understand? We just allow anyone to just come in. You understand? Because we guys know how far, who is entering and who is going out. Okay, because I tell you this, even if say na abroad we will dey go, Nigerians, they will scrutinize us. Look at what is happening in our neighboring African country. You see what is going on in Nigeria. Nigerians, we are going through a lot, even outside country, and then we are allowing people to enter. You understand? So we too, we guys dey scrutinize other people too, as well. So that we're not going to allow many people just to come our country like that. And so we need to know who is coming in and who is going out so that we can scrutinize some of these things. Now, the third solution is that we need census. I don't remember when last we will do that thing, like a rigid census, so that we will know the amount of people we did. Because people say we are 250, people say that we are 200, people will not know. We can even be 500. We don't even know. And so this is another thing that we need to. We need to do a rigid census so that we'll know the amount of people where we did, citizens, you understand? Now, fourthly, now we need engagement. Very important, we need engagement. We need to start building infrastructure. Just like let's say, for instance, you get some places where you go now, you find out that there are many desert dey there, you understand? Nothing they happen, you go see trees where people can hide, you understand? Imagine if the federal government can say, okay, let's now build infrastructure there, and then we will now create places where people can learn skill, where people can engage themselves in positive things, so that we'll stop thinking negative. You understand? So we need to build infrastructure, engage people in doing things. You understand? Because if we can engage people, we can reduce insecurity. Let's give people passion. Let's give people something that when they wake up, sometimes most of these things happen is that most of these things where they solve that people no get anything where they give them joy again. Create infrastructure. You understand? All those places where they are just empty, nothing they happen there. Build something there. Engage people. Give them something so they can do one or two. And for the fifth one, I think we need CCTV. Very important. You might say everywhere for Nigeria CCTV. They will go for street CCTV. It's very essential. We need CCTV everywhere. CCTV camera. That's why I was talking to a young man. I said to him, each time where I go, there's this you get church where they work. Say camera now they church. So the guy not like make they show him for say say for most churches they show people on camera, and the guy say he not like me they show him for camera. I'm like, why? He say he not just like him. I say who knows why he doesn't like it. Now imagine if someone is trying to do something that is, you understand, he say camera there. We will not do it. So we need lights, we need camera everywhere. And for the sixth one, I think we need science and technology. One thing I've learned Nigerians do is that when we want to adopt a culture, when we want to adopt something, we don't do it very well. I remember the last time I was walking on the street, one young man came to me and he told me, Happy Valentine. I'm like, young man, calm down. You are practicing, you understand, you are celebrating what you don't practice. You don't know anything about the tradition and you did practice them. So if you want to practice it, you understand, if you want to celebrate it, practice it first, then you celebrate it. Happy Valentine call, happy Valentine. So if we are adopting science and technology, we have to do it very well. More not just do them halfway. We have phones, we have cars, we have technology. We are no longer using horse and donkey as transportation. So why are we still living that? You get place where you could go for this Nigeria right now. You go know say na Nigeria you dey. Understand? Like those Banana Island for Lagos, all those places. You go know say na. But we have to affect everywhere. Not just one particular place. Understand? So if we want to use our science and technology, if we want to adopt science and technology, Moko adopt them well. Moko they use them well. You understand? This CCTV camera, more they use them well. You understand? No be say there are some places you go to, CCTV dey, but you know they work. You understand? If we want to do it, let's do it well. So science and technology, if we want to adopt it, let's adopt it very well. Let's go into tech. You understand? Imagine say light dey everywhere. You understand? Joy go dey now, 24 hours light, joy go dey everywhere. And so you understand, we need to adopt science and technology. And then lastly, we need to use our platform on social media to spread change. That is why I was talking about this young man. I've never watched his video before. Very dark man. People they tell me about a very dark man. You understand? He's using his platform for something very positive. Now the guy is trying to implement change. Whether you like him or you don't like him, people will always talk about him because he's doing something positive. If you like hate him, if you like no like him, down no concern him. He's doing something that's positive. These are the type of things we need so that we can stop some of these, so many things where they go on insecurity. And so, as I was speaking to that young man, I gave him 7 solutions to tackle insecurity, and he was looking at me like I was talking gibberish. I said to the young man, I said, "This is the eye of wisdom. Some of these things I'm saying here is the eye of wisdom. It's not my wisdom. You understand? So I've just been giving it. So I want to share it to each and every one of us. Now, I'm not the one working in government, but I can bring ideas and solutions on how to tackle some of these things. Engage the people, give them something to do, engage them with skill, so many things with knowledge on how they can, you understand? Not people where they think about negative things, And so, please, I want us to reflect on this. We are on the segment of the problem and solution, the P and S segment. Yes. And so, please, you guys can reflect on this, meditate on this, and send your comments too as well. Share your opinion on what you think about it, because not every time we just they criticize. Sometimes we got to look into it and bring solutions to as well. So thank you very much for listening to this amazing segment, and you get so many things wasted today. So stay tuned and watch more of my videos, because we are still bringing more things into this segment. And so we are done with, sorry, this program. I say segment. We are still under the Nigerian people and what governs their history. And so please, let's reflect on this and meditate. And we are going to be right back.